When you feel joy, do you let your thoughts come in and just smash it? Something I'm noticing is that it's often our capacity for joy is the piece that we really need to work on to create more fulfilling lives. You know, we have moments of joy, but then the thing is, our brains are wired to always be looking for puzzles, looking for patterns, looking for things to solve, looking for ways to perfect. So, what does this mean? It means that we all have kind of like a limited ability to hold joy before that mechanism kicks in. And that mechanism is beautiful. You know, it keeps us striving to be better people, it keeps us evolving, it keeps us, creating, but it's also destroying our ability to just be happy. You know, what happens when you're happy? How long can you hold it before your mind starts saying, if only that was a little different, or if only I had done this thing differently, or I should really be doing this? Like there's an epidemic of people kind of feeling guilty or ashamed for being happy, for enjoying life, for experiencing pleasure. And, there's different forms of that, and it can come from a place of, wanting to make sure that we're living our lives to the fullest. And there's a big difference between more self-destructive pleasure seeking and pleasure that is truly joyful. Joy that is not about trying to escape or avoid, but that's about being present. And that's the part that we want to expand into. Um, that's the part that we want to allow ourselves space for, So if you're doing something enjoyable, you're smelling flowers, listening to music, noticing the beauty of the sky, listen and hear if there's a little voice that tells you you should be doing more, or that you're taking up too much of that joy, or it's embarrassing that you are still wanting to stay in that. Like there's always this idea that we need to be getting back to the business of life. And yes, we do want to be productive, but when that productivity mindset is overgeneralized, it's getting in the way of us just enjoying, just being. I've worked with a lot of clients who've been depressed for a really long time and find that they do have moments of feeling joy, but they're so fleeting that they can barely hold on to it. And a lot of that is that old programming around, them not even maybe being worthy of feeling the joy. If you've been shamed in childhood for just experiencing and enjoying, it can be a heavy burden to bear. If you've been really conditioned to believe that you need to be doing, you need to be productive, and that's where your value is, it's going to get in the way of experiencing pleasure and joy. But it's a nice activity to allow ourselves to hold on to it longer. Like sometimes when I'm petting the dogs, I'll be petting them and I'm like, oh, I love petting my doggies. And then I'll notice my mind say, okay, that's enough. Get back to what you're doing. And I'll often stop and slow down and just give myself a little more time of being in the joy. Is everything in such a hurry? How much of that hurry is really important, and how much of that is just something that we're imposing on ourselves? It kind of goes back to just that whole productivity idea. What is important in life? And is the goal of life to just do, create, make money? Or is there a value in the enjoyment of life and in allowing and believing that we're worthy of that just simple joy, the simple presence, and that being and existing in that way is enough? And we're all going to have our own ideas about this, different value systems to apply, but I also think we can all probably agree that it wouldn't hurt to spend an extra minute cuddling your kids or your dogs, or feeling the sunshine on your face, or whatever it is that gives you that blissful, joyful feeling. And yeah, just sinking into it, allowing it.